Want an even more in-depth look at the toy in this review? An entire gallery of images can be found at Toy News International. Just click the link in this video's description. Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the new NECA First Blood John Rambo figure. That's right, NECA is kicking off their new line of Rambo action figures with an action figure based on the main character as he appeared in the very first installment of the films. What's unique about that is this is a version that we have not really received in action figure form before. And many people, when they think of Rambo, they think of the shirtless version with the red bandana on his head, and this particular version here is not that one, but still very cool to finally have in action figure form. Now, as you can see, the figure comes on the same style clamshell packaging that we've come to know from NECA figures. The top of the blister card on the back has the Rambo logo with a cool jungle type scene in the background behind the figure, and the lower portion of the packaging has an image of the First Blood poster. The back of that packaging just has some cool shots of weapons and ammo and dog tags with a description of John Rambo. So let's go ahead and take a look at this figure outside of the packaging. Now, just like with the Dutch figure that was released in the Predator line not too long ago, this figure here has a really nice sculpt with a pretty great likeness to actor Sylvester Stallone. Now, I will say that the likeness in the face of Sylvester Stallone here isn't quite as good as the Arnold Schwarzenegger we saw on that Dutch figure, but it definitely still has that very distinct sly look to his face, especially in that grimace you can see in his mouth there. There's a lot of really great added-on painted detail that you can specifically see in the face. You can see he's got the little bit of stubble on his chin and around his cheeks there, and from his temple, you can see a nice stream of blood dripping down. Now, the skin tone on his arms is all sculpted in that color skin tone plastic, so there's no additional paint on top of it, but it does look very nice. There is, however, some added detail on the right arm where you can see some more blood dripping all the way down his arm there. He's wearing a dark gray shirt and blue jeans along with some black boots, and there's a great amount of sculpted detail in there, especially in the jeans where you can see all the cool wrinkles and folds and even the seams on the blue jeans. NECA has done an incredible job hiding articulation on this figure, just like they did with that Dutch. It's got a very soft plastic that's used specifically on the shirt portions and on the crotch portion of the pants that really hides the joints, yet still looks very good as part of the sculpt. So speaking of the articulation there, let's go ahead and take a look at that. The head is on a ball joint, so you're able to turn it both left and right, and it does hinge up and down very nicely. He's got very nice ball-jointed shoulders there, so the arms move outwards, forwards, backwards. He's got a swivel just above the elbow, as well as an elbow bend. He's got ball joints at the wrist, so you can rotate the wrist all the way around and swivel them. He's got a nice joint at the torso there that allows you to swivel it back and forth, as well as rock it all the way around. He's got great hidden ball joints at the thighs there that allow the legs to split outwards, forwards, and backwards, as well as swivel the legs. He also has really great hidden knee joints there that are also ball jointed, so you can rotate those around and bend them forwards and backwards. His ankles are able to swivel left and right and hinge up and down. So there is a tremendous amount of articulation in this particular figure. And like I said, one of my favorite things about it is the fact that a lot of those joints are hidden really well or just work well with the sculpt of the figure. Now, of course, no John Rambo figure would be complete without an arsenal of accessories. First of all, you can see he includes 3 straps of bullets, one of which is around his waist, while the other 2 are around his shoulders. Those 2 that are on his shoulders are easily removable if you'd like to take them off the figure. Also included is a small hand knife, which does have a nice holster at his side so that you can place it there when not in his hand. And last but surely not least is his massive machine gun, which also has a nice strap on it, so you can either strap that around his shoulder there, or you can have him blasting it while holding it in both of his hands. Now, another great thing about this figure is he includes interchangeable right hands. That way he's got one hand that can grip onto the gun and the trigger, and another hand that is perfect for holding onto the knife. The hand is easily swappable just by pulling it off the peg and placing the new one on. Alright guys, just for fun, it's comparison time. Here's this new John Rambo action figure standing alongside one of the Rambo figures from the 80s. Kind of amazing to see these two side by side, isn't it? NECA has once again really impressed me with these action figures. I am loving the stuff that they've been putting out lately, and this John Rambo figure is no exception. I think the sculpt is really great, and I love all of the added details on this figure. The likeness is also really great on there. While, like I said, not as good or as mind-blowing as the Arnold Schwarzenegger was, still a very good Sylvester Stallone likeness. And I love all the accessories, and I cannot wait to see what other versions of Rambo are sure to come. Especially if we get that shirtless, red bandana version that everybody all knows and loves. The First Blood John Rambo figure is hitting store shelves right now, so happy hunting, and until next time.